see. There you go.
Hey everybody, welcome to Inside Entertainment. I'm your host, Neibrzydowski, and I'm in Waterbury, Connecticut at the beautiful Cocoa Keys Water Resort, where it's always 84 degrees. But you know what? It's feeling a little bit warmer as I'm sitting next to Maxim model Paige Rainey. How you doing?
Hi Rob, how are you?
It's a bit warm, but it's nice over here.
It is a little warm. Feels good though.
Now, you did some work for Maxim magazine. Why don't you go ahead and explain to my audience right now?
Yeah, I submitted some photos about a year and a half ago to Maxim, and I actually got into the Maxim Hometown Hotties, and it's been good. You know, I've gotten a few gigs from it, and I'm looking for new work all the time, so good.
The girl is looking for work. I mean, come on now. Now, Paige, do you like wrestling?
Yeah, I watch a little bit here and there.
Once in a while?
Here and there, yeah.
We know, guys, we got a treat for you as I had a nice interview with TNA wrestling star Velvet Sky. Let's get some footage of that right now.
Sounds good.
All right. Hey everybody, welcome to Inside Entertainment. I'm your host, Neibrzydowski, and I am at Aldo's of Italy right here in Waterbury, Mary Waterbury, Connecticut, off of Wolcott Street. And I am with the very talented, beautiful, and if I can say, the real true new face of wrestling right here.
Oh yeah.
Velvet Sky, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Rob. How are you?
I'm doing very fine. Thank you for taking your time off from beating up people to come on my show.
Oh, the pleasure is all yours.
This evening over here. It's funny, the last time we got together was for this movie called Walkaways. And just gotta ask, how did you enjoy the camera, basically following your derriere throughout the day?
Well, it was a very interesting day. I've never had the focus of anything like that, you know, just strictly on my backside with everyone just staring. I mean, I do it for wrestling, but it's my, you know, it's a character.
Well, that's a good question. What was the difference to do walkaways and wrestling? Is there a big time difference for you, or?
No, because I'm used to having like all the, you know, the cameras and, you know, the acting, and I'm used to that. So I was very relaxed, and it's just like, it's like second nature to me.
Now, what was this scene now? I think it was called Naked Motel T-shirts or something.
Yeah, they had
that
me.
you were involved with, and I missed that. How did I miss that? So,
Naked Motel. Yep, it's, I guess it's a new brand of T-shirts that are coming out or have come out already. I'm not sure, but I had the guy let me actually take a few of them home. We did a photo shoot promoting them, and they're up on my MySpace, so you can see them there. Very, very cool shirts.
I can't believe I missed these sort of things. Very strange.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I'm just a busy person. By the way, Walkaways, we're going to be going over a clip of Walkaways, and it's tentatively going to be released sometime in May 1st, 2009. Now, wrestling. How long have you been in the business for, may I ask?
I've been in the wrestling business for about 7 years now. I've been with TNA Wrestling for about a year. I got signed to a contract back in October of 2007. So we're on, TNA's on every Thursday nights at 9, Spike TV. You can see me, my partner Angelina Love, Cute Kip. We're the stable called The Beautiful People.
The Beautiful People.
Yep. So. Highest rated segment on the shows.
It is very true. Whenever the Beautiful People are on, the ratings just spike.
Oh no, that's true too. That's true. It is true. That's a fact.
Now, was it difficult for you to get into the business starting out? I mean, what made you think, I could be a wrestler? I want to beat some people up.
Well, I want to beat some people up. Well, I did have practice when I was little, when my little brother, you know, I got to take my anger and frustrations out on him. In fact, I remember one day we were outside. He said something to me. God, he must have been younger than 6 years old. He said something to me to really tick me off, and I just hauled off and knocked him in the face, and he went down, his tooth was loose, he was bleeding, screaming bloody murder. And poor, you know, me, what I did, whenever I would beat up on my brother or sister, and I'd make them cry. I remember this specifically, I feel awful about it now. Whenever I would beat up on my sister or brother and they would cry, I would hold them down and hold my hand over their mouth so that mom or dad couldn't hear them cry. And I'd be like, you shut up right now. If I get in trouble, this is it. I was so mean to them, but I mean, that's where the fighter and the anger part of me stems from. I've always been athletic since I think when I was 7 years old is when I started playing softball for Town Platte Sports Association. It's a local softball league, baseball league in Waterbury. And then middle school I did softball, cross country, or cross country, softball and cheerleading. And then high school, it was softball, cross country, cheerleading, and track.
You stayed busy.
I did. I was always been athletic. I knew I wanted to do something, you know, in the sports industry, you know, for a living. But I've always kind of been a, you know, huge wrestling fan from I can't even remember when I started watching wrestling and liking it. But after high school, I wanted to stay athletically involved somehow, and I was like, okay, well, there's a wrestling school right downtown Waterbury.
There is, as a matter of fact,
yeah. It's still there. It's called Jason Knight's House of Pain Pro Wrestling Dojo. And Jason Knight's the trainer. I showed up there one day. I told, you know, Jason what I was all about. He invited me to come train with him and his students on a regular basis. I did. I trained. I worked shows, and I worked my way up, and now I'm in TNA.
You're in TNA.
It was a long, hard process. I'll tell you, it wasn't pretty trying to get where I was at.
But you stayed to look pretty, though. I mean,
I better.
Well, I mean, what's a typical day like right before? Okay, you got a pay-per-view coming up. What do? You wake up in the morning. How do you prepare for like such a big event?
Honestly, the honest to God truth, most people, you know, they wake up, they eat a good breakfast, they go work out, they stretch. I don't do anything. If you can believe that. I wake up, I sleep to the last possible second. This is awful, but this is just how I do it. I sleep to the last possible second I could. I wake up, I have a huge meal. I'll eat candy bars and cupcakes and stuff like that.
Oh my God. How does this whole Beautiful People come about now? I mean, did someone from TNA sit down with you and say, hey, I got a great idea?
Okay, well, this came about because Angelina Love, she's my tag team partner in TNA. She's one half of the Beautiful People.
Yes.
We got signed to a contract around the same time. It was October of last year, because TNA, before last year, they hadn't had a women's division, and they had been rolling the idea around for a while. But at that time, they only had a 1 hour broadcasting time slot on TV.
Yeah.
And they kind of wanted to wait till they could expand more and go to 2 hours. And they knew once they went to 2 hours, they wanted to have a women's division. So last year at the pay-per-view, it was Bound for Glory. It was Angelina Love, myself, and a few other girls that they were interested in bringing in for the women's division. It was kind of a tryout match for us. And after they saw us and they liked us, they got to know us, they signed us. Well, they had no idea what they wanted to do with any girls when they signed them, which is fine. I mean, character development at the time, you know. So before Angelina and I got signed to a contract last year, we didn't really know each other. We had met maybe 2-3 times here and there over the years at an indie show, but it was kind of like a, hey, how are you? Nice to see you again type of deal. No, we didn't have each other's phone number. We weren't friends, you know, whatever. As soon as we both got signed, it was kind of like long lost sisters coming together.
Wow.
Like we just instantly clicked. Right.
Clicked, yeah.
So we would do everything together. We would walk around backstage together. But so a lot of people backstage took notice of how much time we were spending together, and they would ask, hey, are you guys a team here? Are you a team here? Are you a team here? And we were kind of like, no, we're not. But you know, we had been rolling around the idea of, hey, let's come up with something where you and I do something together as a team, because there's no girl stables in TNA. You know, nothing has been established for anybody, and it would be the first ever, you know, TNA female stable. So we rolled it around. We pitched it to a few of the important people backstage, and at first they were kind of like, oh, I don't think it'll work, you know. One of them even said, and I quote, it's career suicide, you know. But we were just like, you know what, we're not going to give up. We're going to keep on about this. We even had a name picked out for ourselves, and after a while of them, they kind of gave us, they tested us out, I should say. They had us doing backstage promos together. They had us as the good girls at first. And we were doing backstage promos together. They wanted to see how we clicked together, and instantly, like as soon as they saw how well we worked together and how we clicked, they were like, oh, that's a great idea, let's put them together. So it was kind of Angelina and I's idea. And we had to fight for it, but I mean, once they saw how good we were together and how we clicked and how much chemistry we had on camera, they were like, okay, you know, this is money here. And then so they kind of let us do our thing. They turned us into the bad guys, which we're having a blast with. It's so much better than
bad guys are always much more fun.
It is, because you get to do and say things, you know, to people that, you know, you couldn't really say outside of wrestling, but you can say it in wrestling because it's your character, and your character allows you to be mean and say screw you and whatever. But
being bad now, don't people like throw things at you as you go into the ring? No.
No,
So.
if they were there to do that, they'd have to face either me jumping over the barrier and beating the ever-living crap out of them, and they'd get kicked out on top of it. So they'd be double the embarrassment.
I'm sure some people would enjoy that anyways.
No, I promise you they wouldn't. Not the way I do it. But so we've been basically, Angelina and I have been going strong for the past. They put us together. They turned us heel in, I believe it was.
It's been a while.
It was March.
Yeah.
This past March of 2008. They had us do something where we were going to give Roxy Laveau. She's she's the voodoo queen. They wanted us to give her a beautiful people makeover, and we ended up humiliating her, and that was our heel turn. And ever since then, I mean, we've just been going strong since then. The ratings have been up for us, and the rest of the knockouts as well. And then they've added Cute Kip to our to our stable.
How did that even come about?
Well, it's just they were kind of looking, they were rolling around ideas for Kip because they love Kip. Kip's regardless of what anyone says, he's a great person and he's a tremendous athlete in the ring. I mean, he can go in the ring and he looks great too. And they were rolling around ideas for him, what they wanted to do with him. And one of the agents pitched, well, how about we put him with the girls and see what comes. And we're having a great time with him. Like, we love him. It's great.
It's great. You guys do like mesh together.
We do. And
so
Kip
great,
he's so great. He helps out and gives his input, and he protects us too. So yeah.
That's funny. Now, where do you see yourself a few years down the line? I mean, you want to continue doing this, or?
I'd like to continue doing this as long as my body, can hold out for it. But I mean, I wouldn't mind doing like acting, commercials, branching out, outside of wrestling. I wouldn't mind doing that at all. Just no modeling. I can't. No modeling for me. I can't stand those. I'm sorry. I can't
beautiful
stand,
person.
Yeah, but you know what? It's kind of like, it's not. Our character, I'm not how my character is outside of wrestling. It's a character that I play on television, and that's where I draw the line. But I mean, I cannot stand models, and I know there's some nice models, like girls out there, but any encounter I've ever had with a model for even like low grade stuff, they've always like walked around like, and I'm just like, okay, I can't be near you because I'm going to kill you. I can't stand it. So I'm not a model, I beat up models. That's kind of my slogan.
I like that. She beat up models.
Yeah, so. I do. I would love to. Put me in a room full of them.
Well, Velvet, it was a pleasure having you on my show today. We still got a lot more Velvet coming up in a little bit, so stay tuned.
Yeah.
And you're watching us on Inside Entertainment.
Hey everybody, welcome back, ladies. Thank you for joining me over here. You enjoying the show?
Of course.
All right.
Beautiful girls everywhere.
Oh, I'm telling you, this is a tough business.
Very hard.
Paige, I had the privilege, speaking of pretty girls, being over at John Casablanca's modeling school in Rocky Hill, and I interviewed one of the big-time ladies over there, Tina. Let's check out that interview right now.
Sounds good.
All right.
Hey everybody, welcome again, Inside Entertainment. I am sitting today with Tina Kncokout, the president of John Casablanca's. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
A little tired getting over here with all this snow and stuff going on outside, but that's New England, I guess, for you. Before we get into everything, I want to know all about you. How did you get started in this business before John Casablanca's, all that?
I actually started with John Casablanca's, and it was 21 years ago. My mother suggested that I come in for an interview. She wanted to get us, my sister and I, into the business, and most importantly, she wanted us to do something that would expose us to good makeup artists and coaches that they offer at the center, and she thought it would be a good confidence booster for us. So we joined the company 21 years ago, and I started working as a model locally in Connecticut, and about 2.5 months later, the president of the company at that time offered me a job. So I worked my way up. That's how I put myself through school, and I've been the president of the agency now for 18 years.
18 years. What would you say is the biggest change from the time you joined so and so many years ago and today? Some of the biggest changes.
Some of I think the most important changes were much more established. We have a lot more clients. I do a lot of networking with modeling and acting agencies all over the world, and When we started, we didn't have that. These were things that we had to work out over the years. And you know, now we have over 400 clients that we work with that hire our models and actors in Connecticut, and that's definitely not what we had when we started. So we're very pleased with that.
Now, what would you say, is there a typical type of person that you look for? What kind of models do you look for, actors and whatnot?
Well, in Connecticut, we look for, oh gosh, all ages, shapes and sizes, ages 5 and up. We work with commercial actors, you know, character actor types, and of course we look for high fashion models, you know, the younger, taller models. But in Connecticut, our clients work with all sorts of different types of people. We do print, promotion, runway, and acting. So we have some models that their most important asset is their personality, and they're very friendly and outgoing. So for them, it's not really what they look like or even what size they are. It's their ability to promote a product out in public at different events that we hold. For runway work, certainly your height can be an issue. But in Connecticut, we're pleased that a lot of our clients work with petite size models. And then for television, of course, you have to have a great personality, and you have to know your technique. And for print work, we do work with a lot of different types of clients that work with senior citizens, that work with business types, and then children. We do a lot of work with kids. But then when you have that someone that's exceptional, and they have the more of a New York or European type potential, then we're able to place them in the more high fashion business, and we do that also.
So for age-wise, what's the age that you start with?
We start with ages 5 and older.
5 and older, so, and it's just unlimited after that.
Right. I have a male model who's with the agency, 69 years old.
Wow.
And he's got a booking at one of the area malls. It's over a month-long job. So
that's wonderful. It's always good to keep working in this business.
Absolutely.
Success stories. Tell me some of your biggest success stories here at Casablancas of Connecticut.
Sure. Actually, I have a few pictures. This is Adora. She's one of our models, and I actually found her myself in Windsor High School at their career day, and here she is working for Cosmo Girl. So I'll give you that.
Thank you.
And over here we have Kayleese Brown. Here she is working in 17 magazine, and she is also the featured model for the American Eagle campaign.
Okay.
This is her working for Italian Vogue. She started with us last year, and her very first job took her to Hawaii.
Wow.
Yeah, she's having a really good time with it.
It's a glamorous business from time to time.
It can be, yes.
It can be. Well, what would you say are your plans for yourself in this business and John Casablancas?
Well, we are pleased that we are a growing organization, and we certainly want to take the business to the next level. Networking internationally is important for us, because for those people who do have the potential to make this their career, we're pleased that we have those contacts, and we certainly want to continue to grow the local agency and book our people out there on jobs.
Excellent advice. Most important advice you could give to someone just starting out in the business.
Well, we always recommend that you deal with a licensed organization, and John Casablancas of Connecticut is licensed in the state of Connecticut. We also hold 2 licenses, making us very unique, being the only company in Connecticut that does. More importantly, I think it's good to follow your heart, and if it's something that interests you, go in, check it out, see what they have to say, because you might be surprised as to what the outcome is, and it's always good to keep an open mind.
Excellent. Well, Tina, thank you very much. Only on Inside Entertainment.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey everybody, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Paige, I hope you enjoyed that interview.
That was great.
That was great. While I was there, what I didn't know was going on, they had a little screen testing going on for this new movie called Lovers and Losers.
Oh, really?
And it was great. So
Awesome.
why don't we get to that clip right now?
Sounds great.
All right.
Hey everybody, welcome to Inside Entertainment. I'm your host, Neibrzydowski, and we are at John Casablancas of Connecticut.
Action.
May I see your invitation, please? Oh, I'm sorry. Your party is down the hall and to the left.
Action.
May I see your invitation, please? Oh, I'm sorry. Your party is down the hall to the left.
Your party's down the hallway to the left.
Action. May I see your invitation, please? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Your party's down the hall to the left.
And action.
May I see your invitation, please?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Your party's down the hall and to the left. Your party's down the hall and to the left. I'm so nervous.
Action. Action.
Great, thank you.
Jeff, may I see your invitation, please?
Your party is down the hall and to the left.
I'm with the very beautiful Miss Fitness, and I believe you have a before and after story to tell us all. Why don't you go ahead and tell my audience about that right now?
Well, I was 38 and the mother of 4, and I didn't do much besides sit on the sofa. So I decided to get a little more fit without the help of plastic surgery. And in doing that, I started to make videos on teaching women how to work out and get in shape and feel good about themselves.
Was it a difficult process for you, or?
Not really. The gym is really rewarding, and as I saw changes, I knew that I could teach other people how to make those same changes.
Any advice right now for people who just really need to get into that shape for the summertime?
You really got to stick with it. Changes do happen, but they happen slowly, so you don't need to resort to the knife, and you can do it yourself. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Only on Inside Entertainment. Everybody, that was our show, Paige. Hope you liked it.
Of course, Rob. I always love your show.
Awesome. We still have one more segment coming up. We had fun with one of my guys, Nick. He does a lot of co-hosting with me and our friend Velvet Sky.
Love her.
Let's get to that last interview with them right now. But before we get to that, I really want to thank you, Paige.
Oh, thank you, Rob.
Ladies, thank you very much. Of course, Coco Keys, thank you very much for having us. It's always 84 degrees over here, so we'll see you till next time. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. I am with Velvet Sky over here. I told you I'd be back, and we are at the Police Activity League right here in Waterbury, Connecticut at Northeast Wrestling, and you could check anything you want on the wrestling organization at northeastwrestling.com. They got a lot of shows coming up. Well, tell me a little bit about this show tonight.
Well, about this show in front of my hometown of Waterbury, I'm wrestling some girl named Lexus, who I've beaten multiple times in this very ring. Tonight is going to be no different, because I'll be damned if I'll let somebody pin me in my hometown and make a fool of me. So Lexus, tonight it's going to be a cakewalk.
Cakewalk. Sorry, Lexus. Oh, no, here we go. Yeah?
How you doing, ma'am?
Oh.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
What am I doing?
Yeah, what are you doing here? What are you doing here?
I think I should be asking you
what are you doing here? What did I even invite you? Did I invite you? Did I invite?
Co-host and real star.
Did I invite you? Did I invite you over here?
No, I wasn't. And I'm noticing that you're doing a lot of the interviews with a lot of the pretty girls while I'm out parking the car and getting your nice shirts pressed here.
Well, that's just part of the business.
Do you understand? Don't you ever do that again, or else you'll have to answer to me.
Gee, how you feeling?
I'm gonna get you, Rob.
Let me ask you a question. How are you feeling? Watch your fist.
This was Inside Entertainment. Thanks for tuning in.
Pathetic.
How you doing again, Nick?
Thank you.